David, tonight one Chattanooga family is looking for answers after a 60-year-old woman died in a house fire. That woman's brother says they warned police and medical professionals that she was a danger to herself and others just days before the deadly fire. News Channel 9's Mariah Rock joins us now live with what she has tracked down today. Mariah.
Yeah, Josh and Latricia, Diane Harden was just 60 years old when she died last week here at her home in East Ridge. Now her brother is telling us that her death could have been prevented. Jeff Martin says the year he's lived here, he's enjoyed running into his neighbor, Diane Harden.
It was just as sweet as can be.
Neighbors saw her in her garden working hard and says Diane would go out of her way to offer her gardening skills to others.
She'd help people do their yard like that, so she enjoyed it. Apparently she did it for the whole neighborhood out in the front.
But Martin says it wasn't long before he noticed a change.
She just kind of trailed off and stayed inside a lot.
Over the phone today, her brother Mark told me Diane had some mental health issues. They even encouraged her to get treatment for possible Lyme disease. Her neighbor says her behavior seemed to get more erratic.
She would unrealistically show up with, walk in your place and just kind of, whoa.
Diane's brother Mark says on Tuesday of last week, he called a crisis hotline and police who took her to Erlanger for an evaluation. But he says she returned home the same day. She died in this house fire just 3 days later. The family says they feel like the system failed to keep Diane safe.
Nothing to say except for what's done is done. What have you learned now? Because somebody's lost. That family's really lost.
We asked a spokesperson for Erlanger if she walked out or if she was released, and they said because of patient privacy concerns, they cannot release that information. CPD also said because of that same reason, they cannot release any information. Reporting in East Brainerd, Mariah Rock, News Channel 9.
Mariah, thank you. The Chattanooga Fire Department says they are still investigating to see how this fire started.